This is a way to start an episode.
Oh yeah, I love the start of this.
Yeah.
You're just in this intestine flesh pit with the bizarre.
Yeah.
It's just a great way to start the hell, and then
Yeah, I went to hell and
blasted
this.
landscape with the big skybox, so to speak. Unfortunately, the rest of the level is pretty my first level .wad.
Yeah, this is just run
Wait,
past him, dog. You don't got to do this.
Yes, I do die.
I can't believe I'm watching ARPA play Link to the Past again.
There's a fake wall on the other side. For whatever fucking reason.
I guess we're gonna see the secret level. I think we've seen the others.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No way we skip this secret level for some reason and not on any of the others.
A big fan of that door opening downwards instead of upwards
Yeah.
because I don't know.
My first level .wad.
Yeah, this is unimpressive so far.
Yeah, they got Jenkins the intern to work on this one.
Like I said, these were all by Sandy Peterson, and he basically had not a lot of time to make any of them. Episodes 2 and 3.
Turbo Quest map quality.
I guess at some point I should arbitrarily shout out Sonic Robo Blast 2 cart. You know, the original Sonic Robo Blast 2, which is, you know, made in the Doom engine. They made a kart racer in the Doom engine because they could, and it's really good.
Oh, I think I saw a video of that at some point.
I was a huge fan of it. I like it
Aw,
more than
we
Mario
missed
Kart.
that door, the secret on the wall on the left for no good reason that gives you a rocket launcher after the level's already over.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
Ah!
There we
There
go.
we go. Hell keep. Yeah, you can keep it.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
And there's this one.
Big hand.
Someone gave Sandy Peterson the big hand once he completed these maps, I tell you.
Yeah.
These are like, the thing is, these are like the first 3D maps with like just arbitrary angles and stuff. So you're just like, wow, I can make a hand. Whoa. Level design is just so open to whatever.
I like this level. This is a good level.
Especially since we're outside of like realistic structures
Yeah.
now.
Oh man, that rock texture, but there's some red specks on it. Oh, Spot Spectre.
Pretty nasty.
Definitely the worst place for Spectres, like tight corridors and stuff.
It helps when the wall texture is basically a Spectre texture.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially this resolution? Holy shit. Here he is again.
Well, now it's red. I can see it better.
You may be invisible,
I think I
but you
always-
can't escape my bloodlust.
The thing I kind of wonder is how beefy a computer did you need to run this at full speed back in the day?
Yeah, I don't actually know. I don't remember ever having problems, but like I never played it on DOS except a little bit as
Yeah.
a kid. And I
A lot
didn't
of us
know.
encountered it on the long tail, so to speak.
Yeah. Fortunately, as a kid, I did not know what a frame rate is, much less how to spot it. I just knew
It's
that
at
sometimes
30.
games were slow.
Yeah.
Yeah. The frame rate on this game when in the early days was actually fairly good. It was just that it was prone to crash. Like every
Frame
once in a
rate
while,
is
you just fucking turn a corner and then it would hard stop.
frame rate is 35 FPS, which, given that computer monitors at the time had a 70 refresh rate, that's like, you know, half of 75, like 30 is half of 60,
Yeah, it's
and 30
it
is
was-
usually perfectly fine.
yeah. There was no need for anything crazier than that, and it held it pretty well. You like. I doubt anybody really noticed too much. It was a well-made game.
I won a lot of other 3D
obviously,
games
if you
for
could
comparison.
try with a potato computer, that would
I
happen.
mean, yeah, you could find a pocket calculator that somebody tried to fucking play this on. I'm sure frame rate
Well, I
went to
mean,
shit.
like when it was first released, people would try to play it on a 386 maybe and just cry tears of blood. 286? I don't know which 86 was
Yeah.
current at the time.
Oh boy.
Hey.
It's both very useful and also very dangerous to do that.
Yeah. In
From-
other words, the right move.
From my experience, that's the worst idea in the world, even if it sounds like a great one.
I see your glasses have been half empty whenever you tried that.
Yes.
Every time I pull out the goddamn rocket launcher, there's a Spectre that I do not see. I have not spotted the Spectre, and I give myself immediately.
Yeah, you like your rocket clips on its neck hair or something and you die.
Pretty much.
Stinky Demons, aka Rocket Denial.
Yeah.
The thing with Lost Souls is there's, the more of them there are, the more likely you want to actually use a rocket launcher on them. But also, the more likely one of them is going to actually slip past the others and attack you. So, you got like 12 of these guys gunning for your ass, one of them's going to get through and make you blow your face off.
I mean, yeah, you only get one good rocket against those guys. Then put it away, grab the shotgun. The moment they notice you after you've blown up half the group, is you don't want to play that game.
You ever just stare at your hand and get really lost?
Yeah,
All the time.
That's what that hand graphic is right there. He's actually looking at his own hand, trying to map this place out.
Yeah.
buddy, you've already been here.
There is a tab key.
Yeah.
Show us the hand. We've been saying it's a hand, but we haven't seen it yet.
There's the pointer finger.
Just trust me, viewers. This map is shaped like a giant hand. This level slaps.
Oh my god, I just got
no.
that.
Buddy,
Oh my god.
you are gonna have a bad time.
I think in the original Doom you can shoot through decorations like that.
I mean, that definitely looked like it should have clipped if it was going to.
Just run up into a fucking blur. Run up into the fucking bitrate destroyer.
Yeah.
There we go.
And it has a booger on the tip of the middle finger.
The hand looks like it's about to pinch somebody.
They picked a winner with this level.
There's this secret where the rock next to it is a fucking arrow pointing to the secret. And there's our plasma.
Right hand on the map.
So I think this is my favorite. Or no, this is a different level. This has the kick-ass music though. Deep into the code, I think the name of this song was.
Oh yeah, this was in Pulse Saga, wasn't it?
Indeed, it was. Yeah.
Then we've got the silly every co-op player gets their own start entrance.
Clearly, that's so everyone can play mind games and argue over who is the first to leave the safety of their little tunnel.
Well, that Pinky Demon at the start will tell you that it's not very safe to stay in there.
He's the tiebreaker.
Do you remember these textures?
The moving textures, yeah. Doom has a very unique, abstract take on hell.
Yeah, the wall of faces is my favorite.
The ceiling of water is my favorite.
Yeah, just stuff happens, and it's just kind. Even like in modern WODs, it's kind of surrealism as a feature of hell persists. Although this feels like it was geared toward episode 2. It's a lot more tech-basy than the others.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was really remarking on. Was hey, these are from old episodes.
They're back.
But that room in particular is a piece of work. Love it.
Oh yeah, this water is radioactive for some reason.
That can't be good.
Nice!
So this is another thing I have to ask you if this was in the original, the, like, diagonal wall slide thing?
Yeah, so, yeah, that is absolutely an original. Basically, the sliding code, which is the code that makes it so that when you run diagonally into a wall, you slide along it instead of stopping dead in your tracks. You know?
Right.
There's a flaw when it goes to a war that's exactly north or north-south or west-east. So and you run twice as fast when you slide on it because of zero shenanigans.
Rounding errors. Or something like that.
Yeah. I don't fully understand it myself.
No, just in case this guy wasn't fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I never knew the details on some of the fancier things like that either. I always just knew the basic, like, strafe run goes square root of 2 times as fast.
Oh, yeah, well, because, if you strafe run, you're going forward and sideways at mostly the same thing. So it's optimal to diagonal walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Although your strafing speed is actually capped at 40 when you do that, so it's not quite square root of 2, unless you do the advanced SR50 technique, which involves like strafing and also using the strafe key, toggle key, and also
yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
and also the turn key. So you're strafing and strafing while you're strafing.
No dog.
It's not only a pain, but also you literally cannot turn while you're doing it. So
That's all right. I think if you're doing that, then you've already chosen your direction. Like you've accepted whatever comes ahead.
I think what we're saying is that tasks of this game are fucking magical.
Yeah.
I don't know if we even acknowledge the backpack at all. Just
yeah,
doubles the amount of ammo reserves you
Yep.
can have.
it gives you a healthy ammo sampler pack. Order these fine ammo products today.
It's like the AOL demo disc of ammo.
You've got ammo.
You just stock up on them instead of paying for the real thing.
I do like in cases like the Pinky Demon getting damaged by somebody he can't reach, he will just start chasing after them and then run into walls until you piss him off. This section is bizarre.
The use of wood in hell.
Yeah, there's a lot of wood textures that are sort of part of the Doom version of hell, is just wood walls.
And then flesh outside.
Yeah.
Hmm.
A lot of hell flesh stuff, but also just a lot of sort of old-fashioned fortress stuff.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Amish hell.
Yes. Or someone had a bad experience with a splinter as a kid.
There's a lot of deforestation going on in hell. Like, where are they getting all this fucking
Yeah.
wood?
It wasn't on the fucking
From all
moon.
those dead
Mars.
trees, remember? The
Oh,
first
yeah.
stage?
That's where it all comes from. I do like there's like unless you do a specific trick, the ceiling is like if it's a sky texture, then that does that basically. But like the wall texture will only go up to wherever the sky texture is, so it looks like there's, you know, a big sky above you, but it's actually literally right above your head.
You bump your head into the sky. Ow.
Yeah,
Oops.
smart.
That doesn't come back down. So you can't get that item anymore. We're not going to go into the flesh tunnel that, for some reason, that specific part of flesh tunnel damages you.
I like him firing in anger. I need the secrets!
You considering restarting the long play at that point?
No,
Yup.
I want you!
I do like the use of scrolling textures on those flesh pillars, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. like that isn't just like an advancement on the complexity of the maps from Wolfenstein. There's also little things like the scrolling textures. There's a lot in the lighting. There's a lot of neat stuff that they added to make it look really
Yeah,
nice.
I can tell you from one of the first computer games I ever played was Wolfenstein at a friend's house, and this is a billion times more impressive. Like,
Yeah.
Wolfenstein was still scary as fuck, even though it was just like bright ass corridors and like slowly looming Nazi dudes. It was, for the time, you're like, oh fuck, that guy came out of nowhere. But like Doom, I would have absolutely crapped myself if I had to play Doom when I was fucking 7.
I remember Wolfenstein being, I haven't seen a lot of it, but I just remember being a lot of like vibrant ass reds and blues.
Yep.
Yeah. Steel gray corridors and like blues and red drapery and shit like that.
Oh, and cyan. Lots of cyan for some reason.
Well, they were originally planning on it being EGA and VGA instead of just VGA.
Oh, right, okay.
That explains some of the color choices.
That does, fair enough.
EGA, it's 8-bit color, except you get these colors. Just these.
Yeah.
You don't get a palette, you get the palette.
Yeah, the 2-bit version of 8-bit color.
But
always
yeah,
liked this
it's
song.
just hard to underestimate how crazy it was at programming. First of all, they cracked the secret to scrolling on hardware that doesn't have dedicated scrolling software. Then they made 3D real-time 3D games that operated at fast enough speeds to be considered real-time. And then they made this, which leapfrogged any attempt of their contemporaries to make games after Wolfenstein. And it really wouldn't be until the build engine that anyone else came up close to, like, matching that level of technological leapery. Yeah, you're not getting in there anymore because once they're moving, you can't pull the switch to make them go up. You can go and get the invulnerability in the pit you can't escape from. You can think about your life choices before you die.
This game also has a 256 color palette. Like, yeah, there are just certain colors it can render in, and that's it.
I mean, it's common for the time, but it's most notable here because there's lighting, which means there's a much more shades than usual, and some of the colors don't have good shading variants.
Right.
Especially reds and pinks kind of look weird at different lower light levels.
Yeah, you'll see Pinky looking kind of gray at a distance.
The funniest one is purple, which literally has no difference in any of the shading at all. You don't notice it because purple is very, very, very rarely used. But if you made a wall that's purple, it's purple no matter what, and specters are actually invisible on it.
I'm trying to say, I remember purple being on the palette, but I don't remember what in this game is colored that way.
Not much. It's like some little parts of cacodemon fireballs and stuff like that, you know, just like one
effects,
or two pixels in something that's mostly red or blue. Detail work, basically.
I think I remember that being the case with NES too. Like purple and I think brown also were like very uncommon on the NES palette. I remember reading about something like that with Shovel Knight devs, who said like they had to add a few colors, even though they wanted to be NES authentic. There were a few colors that just weren't there for them.
Right,
And I think they were purple and brown.
Yeah, it's just in this case they did get to pick all 256 colors themselves out of anything, but like they still only had the 256. So
I wonder how that decision process went.
yeah.
Clearly, they need to put every color in a tournament.
Oh, this fucking room.
You have to walk on that damaged floor water tile to open the door?
Yeah, and like not you have to avoid a line that closes the door, and then also lines open that room with the it's weird. You just kind of walk around like an idiot until that door stays open.
Aha! I'm making Doom levels.
I still fucking love this track.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good song. What an awful hallway to put right after a door that you have to dodge invisible lines to not close.
God, this map is weird.
Yeah, this is
This
One
bit is...
isn't it?
Yeah,
This
is
can
some
be
Mario
confusing
Maker
if you don't
shit
know
right
what you're
here.
doing, but like on the pillar, 2 of the faces open the doors and 2 of the faces close the doors
I feel like
if they're already open.
the hallways and layout are bad enough, but then like they just got the janitor to place all the enemies.
The enemy placement isn't too bad. It can be mean, but
I mean, it literally
I've
it
seen
just
some
feels like
terrible enemy placement.
it feels less mean and more just like here's a fucking just a blob of enemies. Just like a series of monster closets.
I just want to acknowledge Nuts.wad for a second. What a funny map.
For those who don't know, which is probably a lot of people, Nuts.wad is just... I put as many monsters as possible in one stage.
Isn't that the wallpaper you made, so?
Probably.
Indeed, it is. Yeah, if anyone's seen the picture of Nuts.wad with the word baby steps on it, that was my doing. I know because that made the rounds. Like that, I saw that.
Nice.
I've seen that picture on random websites and stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah, Nuts.wad for a long time was kind of like anytime I upgraded my hardware, Nuts.wad was the first thing I would run on it, like just to see how well it handles it. Of course, a lot of it doesn't matter. The main thing that matters is less your hardware and more what source port you use. Because if you use source ports that have a lot more AI, so to speak, like ZDoom and stuff, then Nuts is like really slow. So you need to use a more simplistic source port to get full speed out of Nuts.
Something like 10,000
stand next to
enemies.
him.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, found that one secret I barely known for a long time that has the rad suit in it on a completely unmarked wall. And it's not marked as a secret, which is why I didn't know about it.
Amazing.
Which is how it became a real secret.
Yeah. Because this red stuff will hurt you. Which is why it's covered in med kits.
Some truly strange level design.
And you're writing the book yourself. And you've got like 12 weeks to do it.
Hell yeah.
Correct.
That's how you finish the level.
Oh yeah, each level has a par time, which is really more like a challenge time rather than a par.
Mhm. Yeah, they called it par, and so everyone who plays this game sees that and think, "Holy shit, I'm terrible."
Oh no, not this level.
It's this one.
This level is only tolerable because I know these maps so goddamn much.
Yeah, whenever I was playing this for Archipelago, a large part of it was, hey Yoshi, what do I do here? Hi guys.
They go for some demonic runes etched into the wall here. Oh hey, it's Mini Fortress of Mystery.
Oh. The worst
Oh yeah,
feeling.
you mean the secret level from earlier?
Yeah.
The worst feeling is whenever you're trying to, you know, kite some enemies and then you suddenly stop being able to back up. You're just like, great.
Fun fact, Jaguar Doom and all of its many, many descendants had Fortress of Mystery as the final level in the game.
What? Nice double kill. It's cool. It's not cool. What the fuck?
Yeah, so this central area, you open every time you teleport to these middle, one of those opens if you take a new teleport instead of one you've already done. And then in here, the only way to get out is to notice that one of the teleports in the corners is blinking and to go in that one. And then, like, these corners block your path in the outside world, and they all take you in here, and it's really confusing. Also, there's a random-ass wall you can open as a secret, but it also requires the yellow key for some reason.
Excellent.
Takes you back to the center.
This is around the time when it gets their call, and Brady Games congratulates them on the release.
Finally got to use the BFG. BFG's very oddly designed. It's great. It's actually pretty, like, there's a lot of intricacies to using it. What it is you shoot the ball, and then the ball hits something that does good, strong damage, but not necessarily the biggest damage in the world. But then, when the ball hits something, you also, from your own position, shoot out a giant invisible shotgun, basically, that does a lot of damage. In the direction you fired it, but from your new position. Which isn't communicated at all.
Yeah.
But it does make for a very good weapon, because if you want to, like, do big damage to a boss, you want to basically fill as much of the screen as possible, because you have a giant screen-wide shotgun. So you risk going in going in close to them for the big damage.
It also means you can't fire and forget. Like, you can't just, like, shoot around a corner or something, because a lot of that damage is from you and not from the projectile. which is curious.
Yeah, I have no idea what they came, why they came up with what they did. I do know it that the original idea was just to shoot a bunch of fucking plasma bolts, but that made computers cry, and also it quote looked like Christmas because they were red and green.
Right.
I'm sure somebody's made that as a mod.
Oh no, absolutely. There's like a whole mod dedicated to beta shit.
Yeah, I guess they did it the way they did it to use hit scan code or something rather than projectile code.
No, I mean they use projectile code because it's, you know, it would make the computers cry then. It nothing now.
Imagine that was why it was changed for this version, is just, you want it to look like it's doing something really cool, but you also need it to hit a lot. Because if it just does one projectile's worth of damage, that's only going to kill one guy. So... And you can't use the explosion code because that'll kill you, so... I think they just hoped that nobody would notice that it's doing something really funky if you, like, turn around or move away from it after firing.
Yeah, that area has, like, one of the rare instances in the first game of, like, monsters teleporting in, and also, like, an air hole so that the monsters hear you and become active and walk in when you make a noise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we have definitely my favorite level, at least in
this is my favorite level in Doom 1.
At least in the later 2 episodes, but this is also just a great level in general. It's the only time Doom 1 tries these big open levels, and it's just so much different. Big open outdoors level.
Yeah, this was pretty cool.
Yeah, lots of separate buildings. They would definitely use the idea more in Doom 2. Look forward to that.
Yeah, look forward to Sandy City. It also contains a lot of use of fire blue, which is the most comically silly texture in the game, and also destroys bit rates on streams like no tomorrow.
That's my favorite texture, I think, which is probably part of why this is my favorite level.
Of course, it would be your favorite texture.
I have seen it getting memed on a fair bit. It's pretty good. That's a lot of lost souls.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, this is the exact wrong way to use the thing, because it's like trying to use a shotgun at people 10 miles away. And not like this shotgun, which has a pretty tight horizontal spread.
They really don't want to stop until every single person is dead.
Yeah, let me kill that massive pixels over there.
Remember we said that the chain gun has perfect accuracy on the first shot?
Yeah. This player does not know that.
When I said it's a sniper rifle, I meant it. That shit is very useful for maps like these. You know, if you need to kill something that cannot hurt you at all.
Yeah.
Hey man, 100% kills is on there. Although I would probably go kill them closer later on.
Yeah, I would not fucking shotgun from a window for 2 hours.
What can I say? That pixel worship Satan. It needs to die.
Also, fun fact, that blue key is on the lower difficulty levels is more out in the open rather than in here.
Huh.
They don't do it that often, but they do sometimes play around with shit like that.
And it'd be really nice to get the BFG right about now.
Man, I love the watch videos where we get to roast the long player.
I actually, yeah, I mean, in general, for like long plays, I prefer mediocre, like standard gameplay to excellent gameplay.
Yeah, we don't need that fucking task video I watched for Street Fighter 3. Holy shit.
Saying, yeah, this guy is not the best, but like,
Yeah.
I feel like mediocre's a little strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely. A lot of people play like this, you know. Like this is
Yeah.
this is average gameplay. It's an actual authentic Doom playthrough.
You appreciate that, yeah. Like somewhere in the middle of that Street Fighter 3 one and that Time Splitters one.
And if you're wondering who the hell plays like this guy, I'll tell you, I say what I said from experience.
I mean, same. I make no claims that I'm good at this game. Well, I've made several long plays for this watch series by now, and all of those include either cheating or being bad. So,
What about cheating bad?
I think you can say that about the Maniac Mansion one, where I used the rewind key, but like way too fucking late.
I think if you're going to cheat, what you need to do is you need to put a screen in the middle and say, insert training montage here. And then after that, cut to the part where you actually win.
Oops, you picked the wrong one. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely some trickery going on to have a skybox in this engine, but they usually use it pretty well. Here's another question. Because I do remember when we played, there was a damage floor that was so strong that it could... Yeah, that.
Yeah, that is a intentionally programmed feature of the game, where the strongest damaging floor, like the one that does the most damage, has like a very small chance to penetrate your radiation suit every once in a while, for some reason.
I was wondering if that was an oversight, but no, they just...
No, it is very much. There is code written to make that happen.
By the way, sometimes fuck you. Really hates these zombie men.
Dauphin doesn't get a chance to shine because the cells are often just better on the BFG.
Yeah. I don't think I gave a shout out to the zombie men being, like, pathetic. The most basic enemy, basically, is the guy who walks around and occasionally does a little pistol shot, and has such a wide range that it's, I mean, based on how far away you are, he has a 0% chance to hit you.
Yeah, so basically if you get hit by one, you need to uninstall your game immediately.
That man has won the lottery.
So, here's an interesting thing.
Mhm.
This is the first
gonna
FPS,
do
I
it.
think, with explosive damage that thrusts you. And despite the fact that you can't look down, they anticipated rocket jumping and made it the way to enter the secret level in this episode.
And what a reward it is, it's the first
Yeah.
level.
Which, like, you would think rocket jumping would be something that players discover, but no. The very first time it could happen, it was part of the game design.
It is wild. But seriously, yeah, your reward is you get to play the first level again.
App's so nice we made it twice.
My God, cool new music.
Here we go. Oh, we're gonna play it differently this time, though.
Yeah.
New content.
This level has multiple endings.
Nice team up
back.
attack, buddy.
Six whole bonuses.
Jeez, what a great level. I'm so glad we got to do it twice. And it's the same exact thing. Nothing's changed
Yeah.
at all. Oh, fuck!
Oh my god, we got rickrolled.
Oh, fuck.
Freaking love this concept. Even if the level itself is a little weird. Oh my God, hard mode.
Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Actual Matrix gameplay.
The sky is immune to monochrome vision.
Remember,
Too far.
this guy is immune to rock or splash damage. So, this is not the most efficient weapon to use. It's not bad, though.
Yeah, and like, look at all those rockets.
Yeah,
that's
the
right.
ammo's there.
That guy got killed in Discord light mode.
Big fan not only of, the inverted look, but whenever it starts disappearing, it starts flickering.
Yeah.
Just to really give you a migraine.
Killer, get out.
So, yeah, I do kind of like this gimmick where you play a level again, but now instead of it ending, you have to go back through it, now a bunch of it has changed. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Sort of
my God,
established
they
what the
literally-
first level did not, which is the idea of the secret levels being kind of gimmicky in some way. Which isn't, Given that they're
Really,
secret.
what happened is they copied Wario Land 4.
Doom guy grunts, but like, you know, fucking Wario Land 4 style.
Hi.
Oh, this room is one of the nastiest things they pull in the first 3 levels because look at that. You are getting shot the fuck up. If you're unlucky.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
If I don't look at him, he can't see me.
Oh my god, another one.
3.
Surely they wouldn't do this again.
They don't. But that would be really funny.
Yeah.
Just keeps going. I keep forgetting, yeah, Hell Knights are just not in this. This is weird, like a weaker version of that enemy is not in the original game.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
what a great way to close out this episode. Before the boss, this fucking level.
Do you like Pain Floor?
Yeah. That room looks real.
You
fun
like
from the
extremely
start, by the way.
confusing?
Oh yeah, I remember this one now.
I'm gonna say, they have to be careful about how they use, like, big open maps, because it makes, projectile enemies kind of stupid, like bad, and it makes gun enemies, really obnoxious.
Also, there's just a limit to how complicated they can make any individual view for performance reasons. At the
Right,
time,
true.
at least.
Oh, hey.
Their old friend.
Man, you...
Wow. Our friend is betraying us.
I do like if, you're playing multiplayer in any fashion, there's only one attack sprite for Doom Guy. So, if you have the chainsaw or the gun, just, it doesn't matter what. He's just gonna be pointing his, rifle and doing damage somehow. Firing rockets.
He at least has different facings for it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was the thing. Like a lot of Wolfenstein stuff didn't even have like other angles.
Because there's no multiplayer, so they're always facing you.
Right, right.
At least when they're active and shooting stuff.
The fun maze.
That's redundant. All mazes are fun.
Indeed.
Yeah, the little flares. Like, you got the BFG 9000. Oh, yes.
Now go to this room you've already cleared out.
A chainsaw, find some meat.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking song is ridiculous.
Oh, waltz quality to it. But also suspenseful.
Crush that corpse real quick. Good luck finding that against these, limited color walls.
I like red on red.
This game isn't only brown and gray, it's very, very red.
Even the key is red.
Did you even mention that they changed the key cards to skulls?
Oh yeah, and the later no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The later levels they just use skulls instead.
Yeah, I guess the key card isn't really demonic enough.
You know, I'm trying to think about it now, and I know I shouldn't, but it's like, a key card, sure, that makes sense. How does a skull, A, get colored, and B, open a door?
The new demon painter.
Yeah, probably they probably use nail polish or something.
All right, now you know all these things that are scattered throughout the level. I hope you know exactly which order to take them all in. As you cross pain floor every time and your rad suits go away.
God, this level. Oops. I don't know if I know of another game that asks you to walk across damaged floors so often.
We should have added more damage for him, boss.
Yeah. Next game I make is definitely going to have more of it. Though it's not going to be Turbo Quest 666 damage per step damage floor.
I think it should just be everything is damage floor, and you're in a constant quest to eat to keep your HP up.
Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 1 did have a lot of damage floor.
Hmm.
Don't know how long they kept that up.
Yeah, it was pretty common in the NES ones. Final Fantasy IV had some zones with I think Final Fantasy VI is where they stopped using it extensively. And I don't think the concept existed at all in FF7.
Not that I remember. I don't think any of the 3Ds have damage floor.
I'm just trying to figure out damage floor in Final Fantasy VII, where everything is pre-rendered. One pre-rendered image.
Yeah, they would have to make damage zones. But yeah, like Super Nintendo era also, they gave you float magic, which you could cast float on yourself and you would not take damage from damage floors for a while, which was nice. That's what Doom Guy needs. He needs to be able to make himself float.
See, I'm glad we're using a long play that gives us the full experience of this stage.
Yeah.
The authentic experience. Hope you didn't turn around and hit the switch when you notice and hit that switch when you came here before.
Yeah, lesser videos would just take you from point A to point B, but this one was nice enough to visit points C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and L first, and then point B. Which is what everyone does when they first play this level. Probably second and third play this level.
Even I don't remember which one is which off the top of my head.
I got jump scared. There was a wall.
Yeah. But hey, if there's
Bang.
if you ever play something and think, man, I wish I could play that for the first time again, this level has that. Every time you play this level, it's just like playing it for the first time.
This must be what it's like having dementia.
Just like, I didn't know they made roguelikes back then.
Yeah, it's over here, I think.
Trying
Hey,
to find
go.
bathroom in IKEA, am I right?
It's called Gate to Limbo, but Limbo was the level itself.
So, you remember how the Cyber Demon is one of the most iconic bosses in video games? Not so much the Spider Mastermind.
what's up with this?
Starts not in the middle, but in one of the corners.
Go fight in a giant ninja star.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Spider Mastermind. He's just a big doofus.
Yeah, I like it too. Also, with the power of his scan technology, it can still be a threat from far away.
Oh yeah. So he literally uses the same code as the shotgunner. It's just a rapid fire shotgun.
This is also where the idea of testing the warping to the level also is a thing, because normally you don't really have a reason to go around and grab all the things on the side when you usually come here with a BFG and enough cells. Just completely paste it.
Yeah, this guy is big enough that a BFG is going to destroy the shit out of him.
Yeah, and he has less damage than... He has less health than a Cyber Demon.
3,000 to Cyber Demon's 4,000, but still.
She's very hard to use in custom map packs, except for the others, as opposed to the Cyber Demon, simply because fights against her are very one-sided. Either you destroy them or they destroy you, and there's not really in between.
They're also flagged as
Also,
a boss, so they're immune to explosion damage too.
And their hitbox is dummy thick.
Yeah, it is.
Too thick to punch.
Had its ass kicked for all time.
I think the name is also different depending on who you ask, because it's, Spider Demon or Spider Mastermind.
Oh yeah, the classic ending of Doom.
Oh,
Now this is the part that I thought was scary as a kid, was this ending right here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can definitely see it.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
The end. If we're still doing like other WADs, like we do Plutonia, there's a level in that one that uses this as background music.
Jesus Christ. Forgot about that.
Archvile level. A real classic level.
All right, so this was the extra episode added in there. John Romero did some levels. New hire American McGee did some levels. Some community members did some levels. It's definitely on another. It's definitely got its own style, and it's on much more refined than especially episodes 2 and 3. It also is like completely impossible to place in any sort of timeline or story. Not that Doom was serious about his story anyway, but this doesn't fit anywhere.
Does that look a plot at all?
Barely.
We need id Software to come out with the Doom timeline infographic. With the arguments to rest.
This is a very mean level to put first because it is very resource starved.
Yeah, and you'll never not be pistol starting it.
Episode 4 has a reputation for being really tough. That's mostly due to the first couple levels and one of the other levels later on. See those 4 bonuses? They are 4 of the 9 health bonuses on this level. That and a green armor is all you get.
Thanks. I really thought that was a Hell Knight due to the color loss.
You think any Baron of Hells ever paint themselves as Hell Knights to try to trick their opponents?
I have half the health that I actually do! I'm trying to get my health values correct. It's like, what, 500, 1,000 for, what the hell?
Quick save.
Okay. 500, 1,000 for like Hell Knight, Baron of Hell. Is that right?
Something like that. It might be like 480 or like some slightly off number.
Yeah, that's a weird bit where they teleport into you, but also that wall on the left is shootable through, and they can shoot you, and you can shoot them from it. Through it.
I looked it up. Hell Knight does indeed have precisely 500.
So I'm trying to remember if Spider has 3,000 or 2,000. I guess it was...
It would be 3. One of them was 3, one of them was 4.
Okay. Just round numbers I remember they used for the big guys.
Yeah, they didn't mess with like your numbers, except on the low end, but you kind of do that anyway.
Doom issues a balance patch. Hell Knight now has 513 HP.
It matters a lot for the little guys because they can be gibbed. So, I mean, for, you know, other reasons, but, you know, just the gib.
That's what we're really here for.
Yeah. Yeah, balance, HP balance only really matters on the little guys for the most part.
It definitely feels like a game that knew its priorities, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they probably just looked at enemy and said, okay, how many shotgun blasts should this enemy take to kill on average, and give it an
Which
HP
is
number.
funny for a game that went through
Like
so
that.
many different iterations.
Right,
We're not going to see the bizarre 9-inch nail secret. You have the 9-inch nails logo on the ground, and also you're trapped in a box with 2 Hell Knights. That's your reward. Or not Hell Knights, Barons.
Yeah.
thanks.
So this is a real jank-ass level right here.
Yeah, it
This
is.
is a great level, but it is hard as
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, I like it, but it's just like weird platforms and shit.
Yeah, one thing we'll get into is that Doom 2 made a lot bigger emphasis on verticality, and some of that mentality carried into the maps for Ultimate Doom Episode 4 as well.
And if it would have sucked if he was standing right at the ledge when he used those rockets and he got owned by the vertical hitboxes.
Yeah, it's kind of odd, like, if you don't have carryover from the left, so one of the best things to do at the beginning is to jump in the
Yeah.
lava and grab the rad suit to just give yourself a room to move where you're not
Yeah.
being cornered.
I saw a game saved into corner and I was totally expecting a teleport after he fell off. Doom guy has the power to travel through time, but only once.
This may be sound like another case of just weird ways to kill people, but they're a lot harder to kill if you come at them the normal way.
Yeah, you don't
Not-
have like any room to maneuver over there. I wonder if the designers were here were saying, God damn, I wish we had Hell Knights in this game.
It is funny, yeah, that first boss is now just a common enemy, almost.
That's blue.
Okay, fairly common enemy, yeah. Then again, I think they're playing on ultra violence, so probably some difficulty stuff there as well.
And just lack of options for level designers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the biggest weakness of Doom 1.
They have one mid-tier enemy, the Cacodemon.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, these levels can be really bad if you don't plan them out well.
Good spectre spotting there.
Up there.
Oof. Ooh, lucky.
Yeah, I could have done like 3 times as much.
God, that weapon gets Sprite with the blood in his mouth.
Yeah. You gonna do it? You gonna chainsaw the Cacodemon at 9 health? Hell yeah, you are.
Don't have many other options. Look at that ammo.
That's how we do things in hell, you see.
Jesus. I had to feed the cats and come back. This guy's almost fucking dead.
Yeah, this level ain't screwing around. That's not actually a secret. Bye.
Huh?
He fell on the safe spot.
Oh god.
Yeah, picked up a stim pack that you really need. And a medikit that you really need, but the game didn't say it because of programming.
It forgot that you needed it at the moment that you picked it up. I gotta say, I love, like, how incredible this engine is, and then it has glitches that are just basic order of operation shit.
Yeah.
Once you step up there, that opens up. Teleporter in the middle.
Well, one thing I could say from experience is even after decades of programming, you'll still occasionally miss like an exclamation point not in a programming if statement or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kako demons kind of fly around when you hit them.
Ah, yes, the cyber demon.
Oh no. There's a teleporter down there. You can telefrag it. It's one of the secrets. Oh yeah, telefragging. Like,
Yeah.
you teleport on top of something, it just kills that something, so you don't end up inside it.
Yeah. One of the coolest bug fix / prevention measures ever done in a game.
You can also gib your friends.
Yay!
Put that on the back of the box.
Oh. Someone told them how to get to the secret exit. And then for the secret, after the creative things in the other
Yeah.
two, we have, I put monsters in my deathmatch level.
This level's cool. I like this level.
Fuck that zombie man in particular. Holy shit.
Get ruined, son.
I don't know, this level's just kind of there. And symmetrical.
I think it feels kind of refreshing in a way though after the levels that came like after, you know.
Oh, after, yeah. After the first two levels, you're a little relieved to just kind of...
Like it's nice to see some, you know, friendly textures, some UAC boxes.
This really was the secret map music, huh?
Yep. I mean, it's called Hiding the Secrets, I think.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the imp that got him earlier.
Welcome to the Thunderdome!
He's actually letting them fight. That. I don't like relying on auto aim to not shoot my feet off.
This really is a level that's hard to say things about.
It kind of is, yeah.
The thoroughly decent Doom level. It does its job.
I've been just listening to music the whole time.
Yeah.
It's a good ass track.
Reminds me of the Beavis and Butthead game soundtrack for some reason.
I can see that.
Which one, lol?
I only played the Super Nintendo one.
I was thinking that, yeah.
There's probably like a Genesis version with different tracks.
There's a Genesis version that's a completely different game. It's actually basically an adventure game.
Huh.
It's the one I owned as a kid. Very weird. We did a watch video on it. Go check it out. Advertisement for more content on my channel. Wow.
Link in the description below.
Be sure to like and subscribe for more references to Boss Saga and Doom
More
memes.
content.
Be sure to hit that bell to touch your ding-a-ling.
You might find a block for it in any video.
Oh my god.
We did get to see the Pinky Demon stuck on an elevator edge. On our Doom cryptids.
If we do a watch video on Mario Kart 64, it just has to be a versus map on Block Fort, and that's it.
All of it is just us talking about the design of the map.
Yes. It's a very intricate use of red, yellow, green, and blue.
Yeah.
Map is not a hand, 5 out of 10.
So did you note that the red on Block Fort was inspired by Mario's hat?
Yeah, so the four colors represent Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Bluigi.
And also that Mario, a long time ago, his overalls and hat were different colors. And so the blue fort, and it being next to the red fort, is a reference to that. How Mario could invert his colors over time, but he's still the same Mario.
I wish I could invert my colors over time.
Yeah, me too.
Nope, I have not thought of anything else to say about this level.
Nope. I've picked up my phone.
So
I'm browsing the internet for something to talk about.
I think it's TNT.wad that also has a lot of levels that kind of look like this.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Got him.
remember Plutonia being very tan and green.
Yeah.
Here we. Yeah, this level is very deathmatch design. A lot of teleports to other places in the map.
I mean, it looks like a cool deathmatch stage. Won't say it doesn't.
And we have no idea where the yellow key is, do we? Oh, we get the little tightrope walk through the plasma.
That's a cute little thing for deathmatch.
I guess one thing to talk about is, like, since the deathmatch levels, there's deathmatch levels and there's also normal, normal co-op, but things can be tagged to appear as multiplayer only, but not on a specific multiplayer mode. So, like, in the beginning of Doom 2, if you're playing on co-op, you turn around, there's a fucking BFG.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow key has been found. Gaming now.
You can also put more monsters for for co-op, but they didn't actually do that in the first Doom.
Huh.
Whereas in Doom 2, if it's a John Romero map, you can bet there's an extra cyber demon somewhere.
I remember liking this level too.
Yeah, it's got a real nice flow to it. Episode 4 kind of accidentally has a style, and it's a lot more of the wood and fortress stuff, less of the overtly hell stuff.
I do believe I have exhausted everything I could say about Doom 1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. I don't remember what's else is even in this part of the game.
favorite pizza toppings, everybody.
I mean, pepperoni's a good classic. I like mushrooms a lot. Down with onion. I can't think of a pizza topping except anchovies, which are too salty, that I don't like.
How about
Yeah, you're one of those types.
cheese, you hooligan?
No, I'm fine with that. The ham is the cheese layer.
Oh my god.
I'm basically
Imagine how much you'd have to pay to get them to put so much ham that it is an entire layer.
Yeah.
Well, depending on who's working that day, just double ham is enough. Yeah, no. $13 to $14 at your local Domino's will buy you a medium pizza with a solid layer of ham where the cheese normally would be. And I tell you what, that's the good shit. Unfortunately,
It's the world's worst BFG shot.
It was.
yeah, that was piss poor.
A lot of people just kind of think it's a big rocket.
To be fair, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying, is like it's designed to look like it's just this big blast, but it kind of fools people into thinking that it works the way it doesn't, which is that it's funky and it's a shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah, the way it works is really cool, but it's also not intuitive at all, just by
Yeah.
appearance.
Yeah. Let me kill this guy real quick. Okay, anyway.
Yo, I'm trying to talk to here.
I fucking love infighting in this so much.
Here we come up to the room of secrets of shame. Well, not if we teleport out of it. But there's one of those walls is a secret that leads to a staircase, and each individual stair is a separate sector that is marked as a secret. So the entire thing is worth like 16 secrets. And also, one of those corners, one of those sectors with the torch is erroneously marked as a secret. And you can't step on it because the torch is in the way. So you can't get 100% secrets.
That's... So I have to ask, is the staircase thing intentional? It's like you can't miss that you put 16 secret steps in your map.
Didn't think about... Well, I mean, there's no actual indicator that you touched a secret in the original game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, source ports have the sound effect, but that's not a thing that existed originally.
Yeah, the only thing you had was the percentage at the end. So the only thing that would cause is the percentage to be weird. But also, given that you can't get 100% at all, I don't think that was tested that much.
So they put in, they put in what they thought was 2 secrets, and then they finished the level, or just 1 secret, actually. And they finish the level, and they see 93%, and they're just like, yeah, that works. I have definitely done something right.
You're assuming there was that much time for testing.
I thought everybody who made these games was fucking high.
Well, it's also possible they found it and they just filed the bug as priority. Who cares?
Right.
Fuck them. That's
This
why.
clearly won't be studied for 3 generations to come.
Yeah. No one's gonna invent anything called a wiki and put this on it.
We're not literally going to have our code taught in textbooks.
Who designed this map? They should be shamed for this.
God.
And
So,
that's one thing.
Imagine anything you did for work, but people studied it, put to the level of a Doom.
Yeah, someday
Yeah.
this is what the aliens are gonna look at for
Yeah,
our
that's-
civilization.
Yeah, that's scary. I've never had it happen on that scale, but I was actually about to say that one thing I've learned is that anything you do, no matter how good or bad, will be used as an example by somebody less experienced. I've definitely come to see my I'll come fix it back later code mistakes just perpetuated throughout the code base by junior developers who thought what I did was good.
Yep.
Yeah, I got that at work too.
Yeah.
Any of my math is off. People are gonna use it forever and just be like, well, Rick did it.
I always try to leave comments by anything I do that sucks, and it's like, look, this sucks. We should do this different way.
Look at this later. Is usually my note.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they'll listen to it though.
You make something in Factorio and then you copy paste it a billion times and copy paste the same mistake across your entire world.
Yeah.
That is something I did the other day.
I've played Factorio with Krem as well. So we've definitely had that mistake where I'm just out trying to defend our oil field from 40 billion bugs. And he's just like, oh wait, I gotta tear all the smelters down now. Whoops.
Oops.
as like my ass is being chewed off and I'm furiously eating fish to stay alive. Not in this level. I have no idea.
It's a good level, but it's sort of
Yeah.
Not terribly remarkable.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
it doesn't-
samey.
Doesn't have a lot of the funny shit that other levels have that we can make fun of.
Hey, Spiral Staircase. Check it out.
Yep.
It's very hard to get up this staircase without accidentally hitting that teleporter.
Yep.
Speaking of the devil. Yeah,
Can't
what a
look down at
difference,
your feet either.
2 games worth of map development makes. Galaxy brain picture, not having feet when you look down, not being able to look down. Well,
And
my
you
God.
fucked up.
they accidentally did the reverse skip.
Amazing.
I like his confusion. Where he's just like, why did that happen?
These level names, too.
Yeah, we'll just pick random parts out of the Bible.
First-person shooters are all brown.
Spectre. Did not see him.
If this
Those
were
are
a modern
perfect
Yeah. It would be the same colors, but it would have a lot of bloom on all the lights.
Bloom on a fucking Doom torch.
Exactly. No, I think actual modern games are out of that these days. But that
Yeah.
was definitely the thing to make fun of back in like 2010.
Yeah.
The American McGee classic, use the green torch.
Hi.
Ow. Rude.
Welcome to the inside of my claws, asshole. You hear that floor lowering in the background. I know what's up. Yeah, that's the scariest sound you'll ever hear, is the sound of like a wall falling down.
Yeah, when you
I'm
hear it
about
but
to
don't
get
see it.
gagged, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, that gave me an idea. Like, what if you had an alarm clock, but like every hour or something, it played the Doom door opening sound?
Big Ben chimes, but the chimes are replaced with alert noises.
Exactly. Yeah.
Welcome to this weird room. Well, now we're being safe with rocket launchers.
Remember there being some sort of weirdness with the lighting, where like there was a certain value of lighting that was always pitch black no matter what, or was that something else?
I think that's true, Lar. Any lighting below like 35 or something is just treated as 0.
Yeah, I remember reading something like that too.
It was like whenever you were making a map, that was a big difference between hardware and software, is that if you used, like, dark, but not pure dark, then it just suddenly would become pure darkness.
Fuck that rocket launch.
Hates these walls.
Yeah, there were like 90 shotgunners in this room, right? Not 6? And this really silly segment.
I love it. It doesn't matter how many times you press it. It only matters the first time. And yet, you will inevitably hit it like 3 or 4 times. Doom Guy will just bang his head against the wall and go, I want in! Hi? Are they inside each other? No.
I think so.
No, he's moving. He just...
Back one started moving, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah, just 2 pairs of stuck cacodemons.
Yep.
Good job.
It can just slightly overlap and you're like, oh, fuck.
They will repent. That's what they say in the meetings when they're making the repent now billboards that you see down here.
You know what? The map design becoming more competent made it a lot harder to actually think of stuff to say about it.
Yeah.
I like my Doom maps to be silly, thank you.
Yeah.
You have the, this, sort of... like... texturing style here. It seems to be kind of influential.
Oh, yeah. The green marble.
The blood rivers.
Yeah, that's kind of a... I've always really liked this look.
If this were Dragon Quest Builders, this would be a flamboyant, sinister spa.
Yeah, it would be.
You found the Malroth room.
Where's the
Yep.
rockery?
Yeah. I think the rockery was that level with the hand earlier.
Ah, that's true. No wonder I like that level.
I don't think any of us have ever tried to make a Doom level in Builders yet.
The top floor of my tower and Block Fort.
Oh,
was,
yeah. Yeah, that's right. You did the Cyber Demon room.
Top floor of my block fort actually had kind of a feel like this very map.
Yeah.
My biggest hope for the Switch 2 is that it makes Dragon Quest Builders 2 run better, so that I can go back and finish my Castlevania build with more than 15 frames a second.
Oh, yeah.
Will it allow an automatic update for that? Is there actual backwards compatibility?
To get backwards compatibility, yes, and I believe it'll just be upgraded like passively, because the game's already capable of 60. Like you know, you can see it when you look up at the sky in that game. The frame rate adjusts upward when it's able to. So I think the game is probably just gonna run better out of the box on the new hardware, but we'll have to see.
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's a very question mark. Like, it's a situation where you might have to like actually actively code in a way to make it run at the same speed it originally did, especially since
Yeah.
it's a multi-platform release, as opposed to when a game already has a 30 FPS cap. for
I think you
stability.
should just hack your Switch once you have a Switch 2, copy the save data over to the PC version, and have
That's actually, I'm
Yeah.
actually, that's something I've thought of.
because I've thought about doing
Which
that.
one, I assume, because probably be easier to do that than to try to hack a brand new system.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
I'm not-
Switch, one, the OG
I'm-
Switch.
I'm not that good with the screwdriver.
If you want somebody to teach you how to hack a Switch, we know who to go to.
Yeah. If it's anything like 3DS, they've got a whole fancy website and guide and everything for it.
Good old Zophar's domain.
So I hacked multiple 3DSs. I did a lot with 3DS.
That's how you kicked my ass so much at fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Goddamn
the Mario
hacker.
Kart was well before the hacking. That was just pure repetitive stress snaking skills.
Yeah, no wonder you need to have special fucking handles and mouse pads.
Oops. Welcome to the moat, suckers.
Shame there's no auto scroller dude level.
Well, there is in one of the custom WODs. It's one of the worst ideas ever, but
It feels like it would be terrible, but truly, Doom is meant to be a social experiment.
oh
I-
no, you fell from the blood to the blood.
Why
You're
would
being
you go-
harassed by a lost soul who's 10 feet above you. Funny, this yellow key is funny because you can skip it by just jumping through the window there, and like that's the only way to get one of the secrets as well, I think.
It also just looks funny. I think yellow is a funny color for a key.
His key.
The electric type key.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to think of my map output for Doom, and I think the only map I ever finished, like completely, was Block 14 Deathmatch.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, you had a
the
lot of
important
start and stop there.
Yeah, that's just kind of the thing with me and coding in general. It's always fun to start a new project, it's never fun to finish one.
So, if you're wondering when the difficulty spikes back up again, this is it.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's
this
a
frame
great
rate is
level,
starting
but
to
it's
low.
a ball buster.
This is another rockery. Oh, well, we're about to be out of the rockery.
It's a castle in the rockery.
We're in the swamp zone. Coming up on dew water.
Oh boy. Early somebody has modded Bonanza and Cabbage Fields into this game.
I can't imagine. Maybe like just the Bonanza emote as like a Cacodemon,
Yeah.
and maybe he just barfs out cabbages at you.
Dude, that would be awesome.
SK, we're gonna need you to make a boss.
Oh boy.
Yeah, a little team building exercise.
Oh yeah, the emote with the specters is a bit awkward here.
Yeah, I love when you just hear all of these enemies growling somewhere. You're just like, there's a party waiting for me. I just have to figure out where.
You trust the rocket launcher.
And the decision to code in enemies growling when they are active, just to do stuff like this to you.
Yeah.
Give information, but also the kind of up the horror aspect, so to speak. Such as it is. Oh, it was one of those cool rocket launchers that just get eaten by the wall due to a quirk that's way too complicated to explain.
I'm not aware of that one.
What are you doing, sir? Put that away. This is a Wendy's. Get your plasma weapon out. What the fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah, so something that Romero kind of loved here and that really went to town on Sigil, which is 20 or 30 years later a map pack he made for the original Doom, is lots of lava areas that you in limited rad suits to deal with it, where the lava expands how you can move, and you go through it a lot, but if you don't ration your rad suits, things will get tricky quick. I was kind of clumsy about explaining it, but
You got it across. I need to play Sigil again. I only played it one time, like back when it was new.
Never been good.
Yeah, I liked it. I just never went back to it another time. I should.
Hate this wall.
Basically,
okay, yeah, so this big central room is one of the main gimmicks. When you go in the teleporter, you're taken to the direction of the teleporter. Basically, the landmass over there. Based on which direction you enter the teleporter from. Oh, man.
What's he doing?
Using it as a giant rocket launcher.
spot a Spectre.
Can't see shit, Captain. You're just having a grand old time, aren't you, buddy? Oop, 14.
I mean, sometimes you just kind of have to pull the rocket launcher out of these guys because they take too damn long to kill with anything else. And we only have 40 cells.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he definitely would have had more cells if he hadn't.
Thrown 3 BFG shots across the room at one guy.
Yeah. That's my primary criticism. Is just, yeah, he finds himself in bad situations, but like somebody definitely is responsible for that bad situation.
Work Simulator 2010.
Yeah, basically, you made choices. got the BFG out. There one guy. Oh. Ugh.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Level well designed to just have shit firing at you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Baron of Hell behind the bars like that. So practically indestructible turret.
Just let them.
Never. He wants that frag, dog. His KD needs to be increased.
No chaosing.
Okay. Didn't know you could do that. I guess that makes this secret area make more sense now.
Right.
Spotted the
There he
Spectre,
is.
but did not shoot it. Okay, there you go.
I'm not sure he did because I didn't.
Oh, yeah. I saw it, and I thought he was intentionally running away from it.
Oh no, a Spectre! Ah!
I hear dorks, but I can't see dorks.
Turns out you're the dork.
Hey, Telefrag. I don't know if there's a damage number associated with Telefrag or if it's just destroy.
It is doing like something like 10 million or 10,000 or 1 million damage.
Right.
And I know this because the invincibility power up and the invincibility cheat is specifically don't protect you from damage over like 10 million, so that telefrags still work on you, so that you don't end up inside another person and both of you unable to move.
Right. Remember I think there was a novel about Doom where the name Flynn Taggart comes from.
Yeah. There's a 3-part novel series that started off really silly and direct, and then became a generic space opera with a lot of Mormon proselytizing.
Huh. Just remember, sometimes you see Doom Guy referred to as Flynn Taggart, and that's just the book name.
That's all I know about the books is that name. I never read them or learned anything more about them.
Same.
I've heard there's a scene where like one of the Doom guy's companions like sees that scrolling face texture in that one level and just like goes crazy for a bit. Oh, and so let's talk about this guy, which is the big reason why this level is this level. The Cyber Demon who kind of peppers you throughout this area. And then fighting him is pretty precarious.
No kidding.
And that door only opens when he goes out, which is a very specially coded behavior. Although, like, one of the triggers when you get there is that, like, a lot of things rise up in the middle to make it more of a thing you can, like, move around in from place to place.
Awesome. Fuck that one shotgunner.
Seriously.
He ruined his day.
Instant door.
Yeah. Which some of these triggers are from Doom 2. So when they made Doom 2, it's using the exact same engine as the Doom 1, and they also just updated the code for Doom 1 with the Doom 2. It just didn't have the resources for the new monsters and such. But all of the code additions and such. Funny, I know this level mostly as the one that was made by Dr. Sleep, and I know Dr. Sleep as mostly the person who made this on the level.
I mean, that's kind of like with me. American McGee is the guy I know who's like I know him because his name is funny. Like he's the guy who's named American McGee. I don't really know much about him other than that.
Well, I know he did work for Doom 2.
Yeah.
Probably did some stuff for Quake. And then American McGee's Alice.
I was gonna say, I recognize that as well.
Yeah. Because the name is in the title.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Bram Stoker's American McGee.
So just if anyone was wondering, the title is not short for American McGee is Alice. I know that's probably caused a lot of confusion.
Oh my god.
What the fuck, dude?
See, the thing is, BFG is completely unintuitive as heck, so I can't blame them, but still, it's just like, ah!
That imp deserved nothing less.
He's using the BFG like a kid trying to use a fire hose. Just fucking flailing in every direction.
All I know about this gun is it's big and it's fucking, so,
I mean, thank God he can't aim at his feet. He'd already blown his legs off by now with it. No? Okay. I had a feeling he was about to gib.
Sort of an episode 1 kind of area here. At least with the lighting.
yeah?
Hello, it's me.
Hi.
like the sort of handcrafted lighting details in these corners
Oh yeah.
make it look like these are. That's a detail that is more advanced, but becomes common in Doom mods. There's no dynamic lighting, but you kind of make it yourself by making certain sectors.
It's tedious work, I'll tell you that much.
Very detail oriented, especially if you try to make something really good.
Like, you have to use different sectors to create different effects like that, but the sectors also, like, if you have any actions on those sectors, like any sort of movement, you have to be very careful not to, you know, just, like, make sure everything's lined up correctly. It just adds
Also, that jump,
even-
that jump to that invisibility sphere is kind of really dumb.
I mean, mostly because it's invisibility sphere, but...
I wonder what could be happening here. I guess nothing happens if you're silent. This is a sneaking mission.
I'm too invisible for muscle closets right now.
You did it. You opened the door. But yeah, if you make a noise and there, a cyber demon will show up.
Oh, yikes.
The bars help and hurt you there, but there's also just an invincibility sphere and a secret in there.
If I remember
Which has
correctly-
the other impossible to get secret because it's a sector that's just too damn thin. Stand on.
Oh my god. If I remember correctly, the boss flag also makes it to where the sound they play when they see you is global?
Yeah.
So, like, it doesn't matter how far away from they are, you are going to hear it, and you are going to know you are doomed.
Yeah, one of the Cyber Demon's cybernetic enhancements is intercom. Hooked up to every level. You're not in the other levels, so you can't hear it, but when the Cyber Demon notices you, the sound plays in every single level in the game.
I do believe that applies to their death cry as well, which is really funny if they die for any other reason other than you shooting them. It's especially funny if you replace them with silly characters.
Yeah.
Who would ever do that?
Who would ever do that?
Yeah. Yeah, no idea. What would you even replace it with? Like, just some guy saying the word die?
Yeah, some guy saying about whipping Spider-Man's ass or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tactical elevator action.
Ow! It's not very
Probably
tactical.
just use the BFG here.
Oh, we don't use the BFG for smart things.
Just take an elevator, the door opens, and someone uppercuts you through the still opening doors.
That's what happens every time you open a door in hell.
Just one right in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, it's much better to get other demons to hold the door open for you. They're somewhat gentlemanly.
Weird O's on that font.
Yeah, I was wondering if those are actually zeros.
Nope. Don't think so.
They
Although
might be
technically,
So they might be
Gee, out there might be one imp.
this room at least has enough shotgunners to warn it, as long as you get them in view. Yeah. technically a lot of the text in the menus and stuff is just images of the words. Which is how Nightmare has the big blood dripping thing going on.
Right.
Welcome to the boss level that is actually a level.
There he is, the end boss of episode 4.
Oh, but wait. What's
Oh,
this?
no.
Medkit. The true enemy.
Better shoot a BFG at it.
Another one!
Oh my god.
Oh fuck, Lois. It's another one.
In the time in episode 1 where I fought a bear in a hill.
Just remember flipping channels and like just saw one. He's like, remember that time I was in Dragon's Lair, and it's just a recreation of Dragon's Lair with no actual joke.
Well, that's Family Guy.
Yep. Well, if you want one last dose of goofiness for the road, there's this room.
It's just the item pillar room.
Yeah, where all those pillars are individually lowerable to get their items. And you can also get a fucking light amplification goggles there because...
You need it?
There a dark room on this map?
all those dark corners will be lit up.
Oh, okay. Oh, game saved. And down you go.
Yeah. Doom platforming.
Oh, you just lower them yourself. I thought there was like
Yeah.
shenanigans involved, but no, just pick
Touch
and
'em.
choose.
Yeah.
No, it's dumber than that.
Damn, why don't I store all my stuff like that? Genius.
How my refrigerator is laid out.
I'm glad you picked up the goggles to make the map's lighting worse.
It's an instructive moment on why they added a lighting engine and how much of a good idea that was.
You got him! You got him!
That was like the smartest idea they've had for the BFG so far, and they still just killed a single shotgunner with it. That's incredible.
It was smart, and they managed to whiff.
That's perfect.
Top shelf. Tactical genius. I've never considered watching Leslie Nielsen from The Naked Gun play Doom.
He was like, man, that Baron looks a lot smaller than I remember. I don't remember having a shotgun either. That's crazy.
Baron with a shotgun, my new Doom mod enemy. Do not steal. What if the shotgunner was replaced with Baron?
those skull tag enemies that were just like, this one's colored differently and it does more damage. We doubled all its values and made it a different color. Have fun.
Sewer Ninja's dead.
We put RPG variants of our fucking Doom enemies.
Hey, dude, just pull out the BFG.
I think I remember how this ends.
Doom guy wins.
Yeah, I remember him being in here.
Yeah.
Usually not that.
Congratulations.
You
Defeat
did
the
it.
Spider Mastermind and prove the justice of our culture.
Your win.
Oh, enter the hell portal.
Gotta
Or
collect
this
all the
guy
shit
in the
first.
seat in the floor. You're not getting. We're not getting away without killing you.
There is no hiding, buddy. Kill all
I've got
sons of
53
bitches.
rockets, and it's the end of the episode. But I'm gonna kill you with this chain gun.
It's actually, flats are different from textures. Like, floors and walls are different sets of textures, whereas flats are, like, always 64 by 64 or something like that. Maybe 128, but, yeah, you can't actually have a skybox wall. It's only in the floors and ceiling. Which is interesting.
Yay!
Hey,
Rock-
Spider
there's
Mastermind.
Rockery texture. God.
I just love that.
Gibba dude.
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for killing my pet rabbit.
Oh, and that ties into Doom too. That's cute.
Such an. The Daisy is such an enduring part of like the silly
Chunky boy
Culture.
over here.
Doom.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Big Boss Man from the fucking WWE. Just needs glasses.
Just looks like
It's
the
also
guy
not
from
how you
Wolfenstein.
hold a shotgun. Hey, we did it.
We did it.
It's over.